We gotta talk about the elephant in the room when it comes to each particular group. That elephant being that infamous, uncomfortable feeling when you're in a group and you guys are thriving, your dreams are coming true. You guys have dreamt about these moments, and someone or some of people, let's just call them they say, yo, you the star of the group. You the best rapper in the group. And it hurts even more when you see the level of catalog that they're dropping, even just on this particular project, that backs up that sentiment that people have. It's the public speaking. They're the public, the fans, it's us. We put these particular artists from these groups on this pedestal. So I'm talking about none other than LAURYN Hill.
Damn.
LAURYN Hill's musical display in any way that you accept and want to write that or accept that on this album versus Andre 3000's musical display and ability, any way you want to wrap that up, on this album. Long story short, ladies and gentlemen, LAURYN Hill versus Andre 3000 from the score versus ATLIENS. Who do you got?
This is unfair, fam.
Yeah, this is not cool.
This one ain't.
Listen, we hyped them up. We did this to ourselves. We put them on the pedestal.
I mean,
we put them on the pedestal. Yes or no? It's the Justin Timberlake syndrome. Like, hey man, when the fuck are you out of here?
But
fuck these dudes, man.
There should have been a disclaimer to this round, though. Anything said about one does not mean bad about the other, because you can't. There's nothing bad you can say.
Listen, speak.
One.
I speak your truth, God. But let me explain something to you. We out for blood, bro. Anybody else? Speak your truth. Ike is obviously Switzerland up in the room. That's fine. That's cute. That's cute. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
You're new. You warming up. But everybody else got
Check me in a minute.
Everybody else got their Jimmy underneath.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
At this point in the show, this is when Jules' high starts to kick in.
Yeah, it's true. If you keep seeing me go off screen like this, it's because I'm doing my thing.
Oh, I want to choose LAURYN. I like her as a spitter. I don't know what happened why she want to sing for.
Put a little respect on her name, Triple C.
Hold on.
I like her more as a spitter.
She's versatile as a spitter.
I know that, but she leans more to the singing later.
But listen, Triple C, there you go. Triple C, I gotta stop you. I gotta blow the whistle, Triple C, and I got a flag on the play. Triple C, you're talking about future projects. We're strictly talking about the score. Let me bring it back down to reality. You said later on she gets even more into it. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now.
It started with this.
Triple C, I'm gonna give you a technical in a second. You better calm down. We do not talk about future projects. We're talking about the score.
Yeah, she's saying on the score. But I'm just saying, I like her.
And that bothered you, Triple C? Spit your truth. Why does it bother you?
I don't know, because she could rhyme like almost anybody, any male out there. She's ill.
She is. She's so ill that she can sing as well.
No, she's not so ill.
But everybody does that. She went to the singing room. Come on, spit. We like you for hip hop.
Triple C so bad. Triple C, relax. I hate to see you this way. You're such a comfortable dude. I just feel like you're uncomfortable right now. Like it's hot in that room.
She wasn't LAURYN Hill. She was LAURYN Ill as a rhymer. So I don't know. She put fan people in, and she went to it's killing me.
Wow.
I don't always want to hear singing, man. I want to hear raps. I want to hear rhymes.
Blood clot crying.
Blood clot.
Oh, she's knocking a lot of people out.
Triple C, you don't gotta be hard all the time, Triple C. Pause. You don't gotta be hard all the time, Triple C. Pause.
She was that nasty. She was that nasty. I was like,
she listen, and again, I
was happy when she started rhyming on Nas joint, that latest Nas album. She rapped. She didn't sing.
That could have been I think the world always wanted that after, If I Ruled the World. It's kind of like, yo, she's dope, as you mentioned, as a singer, but like people wanted the bars, which LAURYN, again, God bless the artists that they are, by being very minimalistic and dropping music. It makes us want it more, right? So whenever she decides to bless us, we'll get some more stuff. But until then, we're gonna talk about the score, and we're gonna talk about ATLIENS. So just trip real quick. So you're picking LAURYN, correct?
Yeah, as a rhyming abilities. Yes.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
shit.
Your vote is LAURYN. Got it. Triple C with the first vote over
Oh,
Andre.
shit.
See,
Oh God.
I'm not, and I don't say that with no kind of malice. Like I just happens to be because I got a hype man, DJ Hobo behind me. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
You're telling me that LAURYN rhymes better than 3 Stacks? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
On this album.
On this album, be clear. On this album, not overall.
Fuck
On this
out
album.
of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
DJ Hobo. This is a perfect example where I was asking, individuals off camera to please use maybe an example to defend yourself in a song that you're like, this eats that. Pause.
Right. So when he said, I came into the world high as a plane, off secondhand cocaine powder and a batuta, but it's in my veins.
Oh shit, I didn't mean that, but damn.
Damn.
Damn. And when he was talking about in Jazzy Bell, I don't know about this is.
I love Jazzy Bell.
Maybe it's an experience for me, but when you go back off in the back with the little girls and you start, playing doctor and house and whatnot, come on, man. That's relatable shit, bro. And he spit. Now, if you had said that L Boogie had this album on lock because she also sang, because she can sing, I would have rolled with you. But you said she rhymed better than 3 Stacks? No way, bro.
Actually, Triple C, it's my fault. You actually got away with this. I'm gonna let you slide because Hobo actually gave us an example. I forgot to mention at the beginning of this round. We're gonna, sort of use. It don't have to be bars, which the Hobo has set the bar, by the way. If you want to do that, you're more than welcome to. But just give us an example of a song that you feel kind of holds weight in your battle. Triple C, you're good. Don't worry about it. I know your palms are probably a little sweaty because you thought you were gonna have to come up with something. Don't worry, relax. Wait for the next round.
And the bars on the end of elevators. Come on, man. Come on.
I said, come on.
If you don't quote me no L Boogie lyrics, you can't.
I definitely can't recite no motherfucking OUTKAST. I'll tell you that. Just based off the tones and the accents alone.
I mean, that's New York bias, so I don't put no cadence in that.
I don't like the way you said bias at me.
I love you, bro, but it is.
It felt tough.
y'all are. I'm gonna exclude you from this. Mastermind you too, but the rest of y'all definitely New York bias.
Nah, I'm going to call you. You can't really say that.
Damn.
Forget about it. So listen, again, maybe you guys need a little more clarification. You're scared to step up because you don't know a song that you want to defend said battle. But don't forget, it's as simple as the question that I'm about to ask again. Lauryn Hill versus Andre 3000 on these 2 projects. Who do you?
I'll go. For this one, I got 3 Stacks. I think overall, L Boogie is definitely nice. I think definitely started the show on that album. But I think overall, lyrics wise for this album, I'll give it to Andre 3000.
Do you happen to have an example of a song that you feel that way about? Again, you don't have to like. I'm not looking for a quote, but like this record.
Elevators. I think Elevators is dope. I think he came off on that.
Is the conversation at the end, the third verse?
Yeah.
That I'm broke. No money.
You don't move, then I don't eat.
Yeah. He said we kind of the same. Like we're really not. But still, I appreciate you trying to say that. Fair enough. DJ Scanners with his vote, putting it down. Master, what are you thinking about? Did you have a particular example, or are you just gonna, stay in your way to stick it to the FUGEE?
I feel like Lauryn Hill, gave that album. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm lit.
All right, brother. It's all right. Nobody's judging. Nobody's judging.
And she went up on that radio or not? She did.
She did.
So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Lauryn. You know what I'm saying? Not 3 Stacks straight doing his thing, respect, but gotta go for a girl, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Mastermind and say and go with Lauryn Hill, because as a female rapper, like what Triple C was saying before, as a female rapper, to hear a woman be able to destroy anybody lyrically on a mic, and that's what I think she was setting that tone off with how many mics on the first album, on the first record on the album, right? And then when she showed that she can actually hold a note, hold a tone, sing a vocal, and then redo Roberta Flack's "Killing Me Softly" and make it a hit globally again. You know what I'm saying? For Andre 3 Stacks, when 3 Stacks was out, you saw his style, you heard his cadence, you heard that there wasn't MCs that was able to deliver lyrics like him, and still can't. And the 3 Stacks part, I think, turned up after this album. You know what I'm saying? So what we received as an artist from LAURYN,
I think you're right about that.
And what we received as an artist from 3 Stacks on this one, I think LAURYN this was the point where everybody was like, all right, LAURYN literally.
I think you're right. I also just want to say, I think personally, I think it was both ways for them. I think, like I said, this was around the time when, like I said, let me get in your ear real quick, like when you gonna, like, you know what I'm saying, do some shit. Because I think when you talk about Eminems who recite, like, you know, Redman's and Andre's in his top 5 and stuff like that, you got to think of the impact of which album was the one that kind of, like, you know, sort of. And I think is what you said. This is the album for Andre that people were like, oh shit, like he's on some Scarface level shit, like really, really on some other shit.
Yeah.
And I think it had a lot to do with, again, East Coast finally accepting. Like I said, South artists, but again, giving him that, like, it's foul to say, but like he's dope for a South guy. He ended up proving he's dope. Period.
But, I always thought he was dope. Period. But it was just what Lauryn Hill was delivering, like a well-polished MC and a polished singer. You know what I'm saying?
She was the star of the group for sure. Yeah. Again, it was like waiting for that sticky fingers verse at the end of Onyx. You know what I'm saying? Like you want that Lauryn verse. Like, let me hear it.
Yeah, I like the style.
You so actually trying to say thanks for hanging out with us over here. It was getting nervous. Listen, just to add on to something Ike had actually mentioned when he talked about the "Killing Me Softly" record. If you listen to the album, obviously, you know, right before the album version of the song starts, you know, when you press play, for example, the ending of track, I don't know, number 6, right? Whatever song it is before it, ends with her doing a sort of reggae version of Killing Me Softly. The concept was exactly that. They were going to actually try to get away with, tried to get away with doing, which they kind of accomplished probably on the remix, which we heard later on, but a version of rewording the actual words to, you know, killing a sound boy, all that kind of stuff. And the writers, that is not, by the way, Roberta Flack. She did not write the record. The writers refused to, like you're not going to rewrite the record. Like, not going to happen. We will let you do a cover of the record. So they allowed, you know, they Fat Joe the situation. We will allow this to happen. And Fat Joe was involved in that deal. That's why I bring it up. No. So that's what happened. And that's how we ended up getting Killing Me Softly, when we could have probably ended up with a song, you know, much different, again, as the remix, probably as the first version of the record. And if you're not familiar with the Killing Me Softly reggae remix version, it's fire. Check that out if you don't know. Pretty interesting little nugget right there. Does anybody feel like they have a vote left to give in here?
This particular one, I'm going to say Andre 3000. But I really like LAURYN, though, because I think without her, there wouldn't really be a FUGEES like that, or people really wouldn't be checking for the FUGEES as much. And she's definitely a 2-for-1 because she could definitely sing. But as Trip alluded, I would like to hear her just spit freestyling.
Bars.
Just doing more bars.
Like she used to, like the early days.
Like the early. The singing is cool, and she can incorporate it, but I think that there's no real balance within it, because it just seems like she kind of abandoned the rapping a little bit to do more singing.
See, that's all I was trying to say.
Let me ask the room a question. Is LAURYN's musical shift, and I know it made certain people uncomfortable. Trip is only expressing what a lot of people were talking about, like, where's more rap, right? Even though she could sing. And then you have some people say she should sing more. Does that musical shift in time? Because again, that she delivered us, which some people questionably argue is, you know, the Miseducation Lauryn Hill a hip hop album or R&B album, right? We're not going to get into that discussion here because it's already, I'm sure everybody got a different opinion. But does Andre's shift delivery and style equate the same level of shift of her with the music? In other words, like I said, it was like, we love these guys, but both of y'all just pulled like what did y'all just do right now?
I don't think so, because if you look at it, Andre still gave us Stankonia,
Yeah, he had a single. Yeah.
Well, I mean, at the time, respectfully, I mean, at the time of this album, like when you're receiving these albums and you're like, yo, she's spitting a lot on this, and then him, like, you know,
still rhyming. But also, don't forget at the was it before did this act come out before this album or after this album?
Before.
The first one and the second one, or the first one?
Is she in the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is in the second one.
Yeah.
That's the one that she's in, right? Not part. So, good point. I think so, though. Yeah, she was still pretty young at that point.
Yeah, she was. She was definitely young. But I don't think either one. I don't think either one of them lost people what they did on these albums in terms of their style and presentation. I mean, LAURYN was on the Nas record after this. So I don't think she like lost anything with this. And like, not for nothing, now that, you know,
singing, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, singing. I mean, she can sing, bro. Like she's not just like, she's not Drake. She's not just carrying the tune. She can sing.
Right.
Well, this is what I'm saying. It's funny you bring that up, because like I said, we weren't used to that yet. Today it's so normal. It's so normal to mention Drake and understand that style. But back then, like I said, when I heard Nas featuring Lauryn Hill, it was like, oh, okay, I thought you was about to spit. Like, okay, you sing, and it's dope. I was like, I like it, but I was expecting, like, what we eventually got, right? Like, people were overdue the Lauryn Hill spit track with Nas, you know what I'm saying? The actual verse joint. So you finally got that, but I think back then people wanted it as well. So that's sort of the hiccup that I'm talking about. But I see what you're saying. Like, in your opinion, it didn't really phase anything.
No, I don't think so.
Fair enough. Sister Act was in 92, and Sister Act 2 was on 93.
She was.
Yeah.
That was before.
No, this is before the FUGEES, right?
So no one should have been surprised that she was singing on the FUGEES.
I wasn't really surprised.
You know what it is, Hobo? Again, I think we're so desensitized, normalized by, against a rapper being able to sing and rap. But at the time, the FUGEES were already, hear me out respectfully, we're different. Okay? Right. We got a dude showing up with an acoustic guitar. First song, you know, Vocab and Mona Lisa, they were like different. They were just different. And you're right, and then if you've ever been to a FUGEE show, which is fucking amazing, you know, incorporate, you know, DJ breaks, live instruments, so like they were in that groundbreaking sort of lane, like a la Roots, of like, oh, they're doing hip hop, but like another version with instrument. Like I remember instruments being like just completely. I remember not even caring about the Roots specifically because they played instruments. I was like, oh, I don't care about that shit. So they are part of that lineage of like we do hip hop but a little bit more musically over here. Shout out to Organized Noise, who also ironically does the exact same thing, right? So with that being said, we're gonna wrap up round number 3, where we ask the question: Lauryn Hill versus Andre 3000, and obviously on Eats Beats and Rhymes here every fucking Monday 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Who do you got? It's a tie.
Whoa.